Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Tony here. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I've had some family obligations to take care of, so that's why I haven't been putting out videos. And as you know, your health and your family come first. So my schedule is going to be a bit different, and I'll try to make some videos here and there. But as of right now, don't expect daily videos as you have in the past. Of course, a lot has happened since I've made the last video, and the market continues to grow. A lot of building of the infrastructure, new services launching. We did see a dip in the prices, of course. Bitcoin back down to 8,200, Ethereum at 181, XRP at 27 cents. But all market cycles, guys, we have talked a lot about this, right? Keeping these principles in mind, that there's sometimes years between bull runs, right? You have your bull run, and you have a bear market, and you have another bull run, and the parabolic bull runs are definitely worth the wait. You know, as we saw in 2017, I always like to remind you guys, the people that bought in 2012, 2013, 2014, even 2015, they benefited significantly if they waited and cashed out in December of 2017 when the prices were very high. So we of course are looking for that next cycle, and it's going to be much bigger, right? We see the incremental growth over time, and this time around we have a lot of big players in the market such as Bakkt, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and so forth. Now, many people were like, oh man, you know, Bakkt is going to be the catalyst that really sparks the parabolic run up. Now, if you saw my video, and if you haven't, I recommend you go take a look at it, because in that video, I said I don't believe Bakkt's launch is going to be a catalyst. I believe it's going to be important for the growth of the market over time, but the actual launch itself is not going to be a catalyst, because as with any business, and simple business and economics in 101 here, if when you launch, you do soft launches, you do a lot of trial and error testing, make sure everything's functioning, then you roll into the marketing phase, because marketing drives demand, right? Simple business items here. And I talked about that in my video 2 weeks ago, where I said, if we start seeing the marketing ramp up early next year, along the timeline of the Bitcoin halving, where there's a natural scarcity that's going to take place, less Bitcoin being put out in the market because the mining reward is cut in half, then we could potentially see some really significant price run-ups. Now, this is just obviously, this is not a certainty, right? We're talking about probability here. So I hope keep that in the back of your mind. We're looking at the clues and the breadcrumbs here, and looking to see potentially things may happen in the future. But I always tell you guys not just to look at prices, because this is not a true indication at the moment of the growth that the market is having, where it's maturing. Eventually, the price will catch up to that. And we see a lot of big players are getting involved. We see the governments are on board. And here we got some news from Bitwise saying a Bitcoin ETF is closer than ever. Now, I'm not holding my breath for this. I've talked about this before, but it still shows progress. There's a deadline coming up October 13. This may or may not happen. It may not happen for another 2-3 years. Who knows, right? At this point, because we don't have the inside conversations and details that between the SEC and these companies. But we know multiple companies are working towards this, trying to build new financial products around Bitcoin and other cryptos. We also see major technology companies such as Samsung, the world's largest smartphone maker, is building crypto compatibility with their wallets in their Galaxy S10, I believe the Galaxy Note as well. Well, Samsung Pay has teamed up with RippleNet member Finablr. So multiple levels to this. First, once again, Samsung is doubling down on their crypto integration, a sign of things to come and where we're headed. Because you know right now you may wonder, why are they doing this now? Like, if the market is not going anywhere, because they're not looking at now, they're looking over time, the potential. This is a new emerging asset class, a new disruptive technology, right? And they have partnered once again with Finablr, a cross-border payments company, and who leverages Ripple's technology, right? We know Ripple has XRapid, which leverages XRP, Xcurrent, and XVIA. So great news for Ripple, and obviously for Samsung here. So once again, the facts, growth, what are they doing? What partnerships, what investments, what mergers, acquisitions, things like that. This tells a really different story versus, oh, the price of Bitcoin just dropped to 8,200. Okay, well, that's a drop in a bucket over time, right? You got to zoom out here and look at where we're headed. Speaking of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse has been on the PR trail. He's really been pushing a lot about Ripple and XRP, and he's been on CNN, and then he was here at the New York Economic Club and many other places. He's really going out there, building the brand, getting the news out there, which is smart, and I think he sees what's coming, and this is the time to do it. They have the disruptive technology. I hold XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I'm bullish on all three. I hold other cryptos as well. My personal thought is I want to diversify because I don't want my portfolio to be at a single point of failure with just one crypto. That's just my thought process. It helps mitigate some risk, right? Because look, at the end of the day, none of us can predict the future. What we are looking at is what we know as of today. I don't know what can happen tomorrow, but I'm certainly bullish based on the facts that we have today and what is being built around XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Brad also had something interesting to say, that Libra will not launch before 2023. He's saying that, it doesn't look likely because they're getting a lot of government pushback. It's obviously bringing the same fiat problems to a digitalized format. So I think all of us, when we heard about Libra, like, let's see what happens here. Another stable coin, right? So, but it was good for getting crypto on the map and getting people to recognize the potential here. That certainly was really good, what it was able to accomplish there. Even government officials, like I said, are against it, but they are now changing their tune, saying, oh, we support a digital money, a digital euro, a dollar, whatever it may be, but, Libra is crap. So the mindset, the knowledge is spreading. They recognize what's happening with the disruption of crypto, or cryptos, the disruption cryptos causing, so we see even the Federal Reserve talking about moving the dollar to a digital version. So I hope you see where we're headed, the token economy, as we've talked about many times on this channel. Even many companies and sports enterprises, such as the NBA's Sacramento Kings, are looking to reward loyal fans with crypto tokens. So the future is bright, guys, and there's going to be interoperability. And guess what this token is going to be built on? Which blockchain? Ethereum. It's going to be an ERC20 token. That's why I'm bullish on Ethereum as well. It is my number 3. Even here, Microsoft, Intel back Ethereum-based token to reward consortium efforts. So the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, the consortium charged with creating standards for businesses to build applications using the Ethereum blockchain, has created a system of reward tokens to incentivize groups of companies. The system is backed by who? Microsoft and Intel. You have Fortune 500 companies and big players getting involved here. And this is going to be an ERC20 token, of course. So once again, my top 3, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And that is how I'm approaching this market and what my outlook, guys. And like I said, price is important because I want to make money. I don't want to lose money, but cycles, understanding market principles and looking at what is being built, what investments. We see millions being put into this market. A lot of money, guys, a lot of infrastructure being built, and governments are on board in putting out their regulations. Patience is the key. So I hope you guys grasp all of that. It's certainly important to look at this market holistically, not just from a price standpoint. And I certainly think, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that next year with the halving and the mass marketing to start, that we start to see certainly a stronger bull market. I still think we are in a bull market. I know some people disagree, but I zoom out and I look at where we were at in December, and blood on the streets. I mean, and even if, like I said, you bought then, you still have some nice profits here, guys, for Bitcoin and others. So that's my outlook on it. And I'm certainly bullish, and I'm going to continue to hold. So I'd love to hear what you guys think and get your thoughts. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to do as many videos as before, but I'm going to try to have some check-ins here and there and give you guys some updates and try to get some interviews as well. So let's see if we can go back here. Let's see, 1 year. Just really quick here. So if you recall, December, Bitcoin, $3,300, $3,200. And we look at where we at. We obviously went near 13. And then we had a pullback. So all cycles, guys, when you zoom out, right, look at the all-time and you see how far we've come. And it's all cycles. And you look at these little peaks and valleys, even leading up to the 2017 bull run. You had your pullbacks, right? You had your run-ups and then your pullbacks, your run-ups, your pullbacks, your run. So this here could be even just a mini mountain peak and valley here, right, of a bigger run-up. So keep that in mind. It's perspective, so important. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll talk to you guys later.